I'm so glad you're here. We need all the help we can get. Runescape is under invasion. Come with me. Reports are on the rise. Look at this. Monsters. Monsters everywhere they shouldn't be. People missing. Cities are under attack. This is not good. We're in constant contact with the Wizard's Tower, and they say there's a tear in the abyss. Monsters are leaking out through these breaches into Gielinor. I mean, people used to fight a lot in this world, but things have never been this bad. In fact, what am I saying? You just got here. Let me fill you in. Welcome to the world of Deadman. Long ago, Deadman was born, and law and order disappeared from our world. What was once safe became dangerous, giving rise to some of the most intense moments in RuneScape history. The gods then decided to pit adventurers against each other in brutal tournaments. New worlds created, a clean slate, nothing left but hopes and dreams. Preparations were made, resources were scarce, and key areas were locked down and heavily contested. Clans were formed, allegiances were forged, and then began the greatest wars of RuneScape history. Fighting amongst thousands of adventurers until there was only one left standing. Survivors were rewarded with great riches, and their names went down in folklore forever. A RuneScape experience of unmatched intensity.
Rush now. Hit that side.
The gods kept going, opening and closing worlds, watching adventurers battle for their entertainment. The rules evolved over time and saw changes to place more significance on the individual. The very best warriors of Gielinor could battle it out one against one to prove their worth. This continued up until the last Deadman world was reborn with exciting changes, imbuing adventurers with sigils to give them power they'd never experienced before. But this time it's different. Breaches are appearing all over Gielinor and monsters are invading from the abyss. We're trying our best out here to fight back and control them, but the Doomsayer believes there'll be a time when these breaches burst into being all across Gielinor and bring an end to the world as we know it. I say we need more recruits to close the breaches, explore this new Deadman world, and satisfy the old school team. I mean the gods, for great rewards. In fact, we have a network on the ground right now, and they should have some intelligence for us about the latest breach.
I'm kind of busy right now. What do you want?
What's going on out there? Did you manage to close the breach in the wilderness or not?
Yeah, it's actually mental. Somehow you were fighting Dagonoth kings, God Wars bosses all at the same time.
No way. Did I just get a corrupted twisted bow?
I got a VLS too, but
Alright, great work, lads. So, the breaches are appearing at two locations simultaneously, one in single combat and the other in multi-combat. It's up to you which one you go for, but it's definitely worth trying to close them, because not only are you saving the world, which is very important, but defeating monsters at the breach is the only way to get the famous ancient warrior equipment and the newly added corrupted weaponry. Corrupted weaponry is slightly weaker than its regular counterpart, but it should be much easier to obtain through the breaches, making them very worth doing. Right. Manged, are you there? Can you please give me some more good news?
I'm trying my best out here, mate. The Abyss is a tough one, though.
Sorry, I said good news.
Well, I've managed to split the Deadman worlds into 5 different combat brackets.
Very good.
Let me see. Right, so I can auto-complete some quests in each bracket for our new recruits.
Well, right, that is super helpful. We've managed to split the Deadman worlds into 5 combat brackets. Well, this means you'll have more chance against any adventurers that decide to go rogue. For example, in the lowest bracket, instead of instant death versus this guy, you might actually have a chance against this guy. Hopefully, this helps out some of you that can't commit that much time to literally saving the world, and you can keep up to the pace of your chosen combat bracket. That being said, anytime you move up a combat bracket, you'll have 1 hour of immunity where you can't be attacked by other players, and some quests will be automatically completed for you. You'll also receive a significant buff to the Deadman drop rate modifier, so rare items will become more common at higher combat levels. And to top things off, you'll have a choice of quest lines to auto-complete for free every time you enter a new combat bracket, so you can really strategize your route.
What are the choices? I need to start planning here, mate.
Planning to save the world though, right?
Right?
You're not gonna start killing all of us, are you? Well, one example would be when you enter the 71 to 90 combat bracket, you have the choice between auto-completing the whole Gnome questline, including Monkey Madness 2, or the Desert Treasure questline up to Desert Treasure 1.
Wait, so I have to barely quest this time?
Yeah, it's actually pretty easy to progress right now. What are you doing? Get off me.
This guy really thinks we're going to off him because he thinks it's the end of the world.
I'm serious, get off.
Yo, Jolo mission, come meet me outside Yaddle, you snake. I don't care about no apocalypse nonsense. If the world's ending, I'ma do whatever I want. Why do you care anyway?
Points.
Yeah, the points. I think we're getting rewarded by the gods for contributing across Gielinor. Questing, skilling, clue scrolls, bossing, and most of all, closing the breaches will earn you plenty of points.
Yeah, what he said.
And what do we do with those points?
Well, you can race for rank 1 on the high scores.
The points bring a change to the prize structure in Deadman. Adventurers that gather more points have a higher chance of being rewarded by the gods.
Apparently, finishing in the top 20% gives you a chance to win $1,000 that you can spend in the real world, wherever that is. But what about the winners?
Well, if you're the last man standing at the end of the apocalypse, you'll also win prizes just like the old worlds.
Aren't you all forgetting something? You all think the world's ending, doom and gloom, but there is an afterlife, you know?
What? So I get to keep my max cape?
Yep.
Okay, but what about all my gear? Normally, it just disappears.
You can transfer everything with you from Deadman Apocalypse to the permanent Deadman server. All your stats, gear, quests, the only thing you can't take with you are the corrupted items and your sigils.
Oh my goodness gracious. I sure do hope the Jagex re-add the sigils to Deadman Mode Apocalypse.
Okay, well, sigils are making a return, except this time you'll be able to have 3 combat sigils equipped instead of 2.
Are you kidding me?
Don't worry, they've rebalanced the sigils and buffed the defensive options to shake up the meta completely. Utility items have also been introduced to help you with activities like skilling, traversing the world, and other interesting perks. For example, the Trinket of Vengeance allows you to cast Vengeance without any of the usual requirements. You can even do it on the Ancient Magic Spellbook.
Is there anything else?
Swapping to other worlds will be allowed. A lot of players use this as a great way to make money from rich players in Deadman, but proceed with caution. You'll also never lose XP if you die, even when you're schooled, and there's no such thing as a life system anymore, so death has never been less punishing in a Deadman. All the fine details are combined within this holy text sent by the gods, called Everything You Need to Know for Deadman Apocalypse.
Hold on a minute. What's that noise?
Oh no, it's getting worse. The breaches. The end is coming. We need your help, please!